And hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, there we go.
Okay, I see.
I see.
I see a screen that has two names on it at this point.
Yeah. So waiting for Tom at waiting. Oh, there we go.
Aha.
Aha, there we
Mm-hmm.
go.
There's his handsomeness.
Okay,
All
just
right.
let's get some audio going there. Okay.
There.
There we go. Well, welcome
Check,
everybody.
check, check.
There we go. Check, check, check. You. We can hear you. I think you can hear us.
We can, we can.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone from wherever the heck you are. And the cool thing is that I'm sure there's people from all over the place here. Which one of so live from Edmonds, Washington, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Way the what 9 or 10? Yeah,
8 hours.
8 hours ahead, wherever the heck you are in Europe or wherever in Brexit land.
No, he's still in the Union.
That's right.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not in the Union, and I am not in Brexit land. Well, the thing is, the whole of Europe is in Brexit land, unfortunately.
Well, I know there's probably some people there too, but anyway, wherever you
So
are,
the,
welcome.
so the union I am in is the European Union and not the United Kingdom.
Yes, I know.
Right.
Yes,
That's.
and I meant Brexit land. I meant the UK, not. So,
Yeah, and I was going to let you know that you may have noticed that the program order I sent you was in ornate type. That's because the numbers are in Britannic, and the text is in Euro style.
so attempt at
I
international.
missed that. How did I miss that? Oh, good heavens.
Well, anyway, of course, we are welcoming Tom Lewis to the show, and Tom, thank you. And I know Lynn's in the background there somewhere.
Hi, Lynn.
So
I am. Hello, guys. I just want to keep out of the way. Hello. Hello, everybody.
this is a rare treat for us, and Tom agreed to do this. We've been negotiating this for a while, and based on his schedule and everything else. But thanks, Tom. Thanks for this is a real treat for everyone. And
Well, it's kind of you to organize this for me. And how many have you done of these now? About 20 or 30 or something?
oh God, so we're in. This is season 3, episode 6. And now we start in February. I think we started doing them once. March started doing them once a month. Previous to that, April of 2020, right? Is that when we started?
June 6th.
June 6th, 2020. We started doing every 2 weeks. So
With a few breaks.
with a few breaks there. So yeah, we've done a bunch, and we intend to continue because this way we can get folks like Tom
Right.
and folks from all over the place, which is kind of cool. And my aunt from New Zealand wanders in every now and again, and my family gets up and watches it generally the next day because this is a special time. This is 1 o'clock Pacific. In the middle of the night in Ireland, and
Oh no, it's not the middle of the night, but it is 9 o'clock, and the all our musical friends will right now be gathering about a mile up the road, Clancy's Pub.
Clancy's
and
Pub.
they're,
There we go. Well, yes. Well, welcome to everybody in Clancy's Pub. That's
Well,
a great thing.
they got better things to do than watch me.
Well,
But talking about watching me, to the folks out there, we were planning to give you a nice outside tour of the boat. But as I was explaining to our whateverlies here, where we live in Ireland, which is in the northern part of the Republic, about midway between east and west, summer comes in small increments, normally a day at a time, 1 day or even 2 days a week. And you should have been here yesterday. It was gorgeous.
In fact,
But it's dull and rainy outside, and I'm not prepared to take my laptop out in the rain.
Yes.
So
Oh,
I'm
God.
afraid you will see me here with my hand on the wheel, and this is a two-wheeled vessel because we got another one up on the top deck. But
I should mention, I'm just looking at the chat. So let's see here. Ron Bloom saying hi from SoCal, and we got some folks.
hi, Ron. Hi, Carol.
Regina, South Carolina, I think. Is that correct? Barbara from Pointe Claire, Quebec, and a few others.
Oh,
Yes. So we really do have.
Miss Shapiro, how nice to know you're there.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody who thinks that they should be consuming this on Zoom,
Yes.
get in touch with them and let them know that that's not actually happening until
yes.
after the show.
After the show, yes. And Tom did send out another email with the correct links. So hopefully that's been. I managed to mention to a couple of folks, and we had a nice chat. So thanks, folks, for being gracious about this. We will mention ahead of time that once we're done with the actual show, we will actually send out the link again, and you folks are welcome to join us then on Zoom, and we'll hang out a little bit longer, and we can chat. So, yeah.
And rip me to shreds in my absence.
Yes. Well, yeah, as my southern relatives would say, we will visit, which is actually, I love that word. So, yeah. We got some New Mexico here. Tuck Hamilton from Victoria, all over the place. This is brilliant. Cool. All right. We've got folks from all over the place. So without further ado, should we actually do something of consequence?
Yes.
Like play music?
Sing and play, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's what this is really about.
yeah, Tom, if you would just make sure you mute your audio when we play. Just stay quiet.
Oh gosh, I knew this was going to get technical.
Yeah, either that or you could just stay quiet.
Well, yeah, but then you'll be coming out of this speaker and feeding back through the. Oh God.
Yeah. It's
And
okay.
You'll want to sing along, I know. Once you get the chorus.
All right, let's see here. Okay, so let's just what are we doing anyway?
10.
Oh, okay. I have to go grab
And
my guitar.
That's 70.
Yeah, that's
But I lost 129.
okay. So maybe it is more. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's this ongoing controversy between us two brothers on these two disaster songs as to who has the highest body count. So
Yes.
listen carefully to the lyrics, and maybe you can solve this controversy.
So these two songs, both of these songs came about because our good friend Mary Garvey called me up one day and said, "By the way, I'm doing a compilation, and you're doing this song." And I said, "Okay," because that's what you say to Mary when she demands that you do something. This particular one is a song called 10, and it talks about a disaster that happened in Grimsby, which is in the northeastern portion of the UK, of England, and
many hundreds more were drowned.
yeah, you see, I won right there. Yeah. And it's your basic ships went out. Big storm, they all sank, everybody died. So there we go, 10. Methinks I see a host of craft spreading their sails alee, as down the Humber they do glide, bound for the cold North Sea. Methinks I see a wee small craft and crew with hearts so brave, going out to earn their daily bread upon the restless waves. And it's 10 boys and men were lost from Grimsby town. From Yarmouth down to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Their herring craft, their trawlers, their fishing smacks as well. They long to fight that bitter night and battle with the swell. October's night brought such a sight was never seen before. There were masts and yarns and broken spars washed up upon the shore. There was many a heart of sorrow, there was many a heart so brave. There was many a true and noble lad to find a watery grave. And it's 10 boys and men were lost from Grimsby town. From Yarmouth down to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Their herring craft, their trawlers, their fishing smacks as well. They long to fight that bitter night and battle with the swell. Methinks I see them yet again as they leave the land behind, casting their nets into the sea, fishing shoals to find. Methinks I see them yet again, and all on board's all right, with the sails close reefed and the decks cleared up and the side lights burning bright. And it's 70 boys and men were lost from Grimsby town, from Yarmouth down to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Their herring craft, their trawlers, their fishing smacks as well. They long to fight that bitter night and battle with the swell. And it's 70 boys and men were lost from Grimsby town, from Yarmouth down to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Their herring craft, their trawlers, their fishing smacks as well. They long to fight that bitter night and battle with the swell. There we go.
All right, and now for my disaster. My own personal disaster, yes indeed. And the same thing happened with me. Mary called me and said, I'm doing this compilation on cod fishing, and you're doing this song.
Mm-hmm.
And I said yes.
Which we do.
She's the kind of person you just say yes to.
Mm-hmm, pretty much.
Okay, so this is yet another disaster. This one out of Eyemouth.
Eyemouth.
Yes, indeed.
Not Eyemouth, it's Eyemouth, just so you know.
Just like it's not Scarborough.
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 Yes.
Joe Scarborough on TV there. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, G, right. No, we were in C.
We were in
now I
C.
have to change the key to G.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Was on a Black Friday in October. I think I still can hear them call. Dozens of ships rolled over and over. Out go we one, out go we go. The morning first was fair and warm. I think I still can hear them call. The older men could sense a storm. Out go we one, out go we all. By our fathers long before, I think I still can hear them call. A solemn oath they each one swore. Out go we one, out go we all. If we don't fish, we do not eat. I think I still can hear them call. Thus we lost our fishing fleet. Out go we one, out go we all. The weather's hard here in the fall. I think I still can hear them call. We met a cyclone, not a squall. Out go we one, out go we all. The foremost fishers caught their lines. I think I still can hear them call. We lost 129. Out go we one, out go we all. Full 7 years to learn the trade. I think I still can hear them call. That is how a fisher's made. Out go we one, out go we all. There'll be no fishing here again. I think I still can hear them call. We lost our boats, we lost our men. Out go we one, out go we all.
And a whole lot of people died.
Yep. Okay. Manly? Ah.
So our gloom and doom is done.
right.
Yeah. So,
Do you have
Tom.
something cheerful to make up for that?
Well, I don't know if you're going to do. Oh, go for it.
No.
We're going to do it.
He has an instrument on his chest, so I don't expect him to also pick up a drinking vessel.
But we'll do a toast for you just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toast.
To Tom for keeping the connection going.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Tom.
And Lynn off screen.
Oh, and Lynn, of course.
My
Thank you,
privilege.
guys.
And Sally back at my house.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes. All right. So, Tom,
Yep.
off you go.
Well, yesterday evening, I did my very first actual concert gig in Ireland. The COVID has played havoc with me just as much as with anyone else in the Western world, or the planet for that matter. But so, being as I'm well rehearsed in the stuff I put on stage last night, I'm gonna start off with a little triplet of songs, and so. I never sailed the Amazon, and I never reached Brazil. But the Don and the Magdalena, they can go there when they will. And weekly from Southampton, great steamers white and gold go rolling down to Rio. Roll down to Rio, and I'd like to roll to Rio someday before I'm old. Well, I've never seen a jaguar, nor yet an armadillo. Oh, Dillo in his armour, and I suppose I never will. Unless I go to Rio, these wonders to behold. Go rolling down to Rio, roll really down to Rio, and I'd like to roll to Rio someday before I'm old. Yes, I'd love to roll to Rio someday before I'm old. A great while ago there was a schoolboy who lived in a cottage by the sea, and the very first thing he could remember was the rigging of the schooners by the quay. He could watch them from his bedroom window with the big cranes a-hauling out the freight, and he used to dream of shipping as a sea cook and a sailing for the Golden Gate. He used to buy the yellow penny dreadfuls, he'd read 'em where he fished for conger eels, as he listened to the slapping of the water, the green and oily water round the keels. There was trawlers with the shark-mouth flatfish, and the red nets a-hanging out to dry, and the skate the skipper kept because he liked 'em, and the landsman never knew which ones to fry. There was brigantines of timber out of Norway, just oozing with the syrups of the pine. There was rusty, dusty freighters out of Sunderland, and the clippers of the Blue Cross Line. To tumble down a hatch into a cabin was better than the best of broken rules, for the smell of them was like a Christmas dinner, and the feel of them was like a box of tools. moonlight by the capstan that stood beside the quay. Now he's sitting on a high stool in London. The Golden Gate is very far away, for they caught him like a squirrel and they caged him. Now he's totting up accounts and turning grey, and he'll never get to San Francisco, and the last thing that he will ever see will be sailor men a-dancing in the moonlight by the capstan that stands beside the quay, to the tune of the old concertina by the capstan that stands beside the quay.
Oh,
What a
lovely,
pretty
lovely.
stand over there.
Finish there on that,
had-
squeeze box.
So
Well,
I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna call that one song, all right?
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm gonna follow that because in Ireland there's not so much of the community singing that you'd get in the UK or even in Canada or parts of the USA. I had to sort of explain about shanties and stuff, and then got into Stan Hugill. And so whenever I'm talking about Stan Hugill, this song, although it's not about him, is about the shanty men of old, of whom he was the archetype. And this is entitled Recall. The war to end wars ended, and I told my friends at school, someday I'll sail around the world. They laughed and called me fool, but even as a youngster I was stubborn as a mule. I set out to be a sailor man. So I signed aboard my first ship with a bright and cheerful song. I said I was a nightingale who eased the work along. I learned the old men's stories and the work chants loud and strong. That's how I became a shanty man. And I'd scream just like a banshee to be heard above the gales, to keep the watch in unison and help them reef the sails. The crew were tough as whipcord, the skipper hard as nails. Still they needed this young shanty man. But days of sail were ending and steamships coming fast. I watched them plough into the wind, no sail set at the mast. Black coal to drive them onward, and no more the cool clear blast. A cold wind blowing for the shanty man. And sitting on the capstan, as my mates walked round, I'd fiddle to the rhythm of the pole and ratchet sound, but hissing steam and clanking piston need no music now. Say goodbye to one old shanty man. Long decades passed without the work songs roaring to the sky, and sailor men upon the beach could only wonder why those graceful ships of yesteryear no more would greet their eye. Washed up like flotsam was the shanty man. But now once more the great square riggers sail the oceans wide. Those tall ships filled with green young sailors working side by side, the old songs ringing out again, the shanties never died. Hoist Blue Peter for the shanty man. Blue Peter's hoisted for the shanty man. Recall. There you go.
Oh yes, lovely. Oh my goodness. A couple of things. First of all, in terms of your ability to send money to Tom, which we need you to do.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we do this.
Good thoughts as well. Sending me good thoughts doesn't require an email address.
No,
all right?
of course, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But one of the reasons we actually started this was during the pandemic. Basically, there were a bunch of musicians not able to make money, and so we tried a little bit, tried to do our bit in terms of that. If you can basically go to PayPal and log into PayPal, and from there send money to Tom at tomlewis.net. Am I correct, Tom?
TOM at TOMLEWIS.net. Yes, indeed.
There we go.
And
Cool.
you guys, you are princes, absolute princes. Thank you so much.
Well, you know, maybe
Thank you from the heart of my bottom.
once a day, maybe. when
On a good day.
when our wives say we are. So, by the way, just so I know, because I need to do some shout outs here. William Giles from Nova Scotia, fellow Submariner.
Wow.
Let's see here. We've got Bob and Jill Berry from Wiltshire.
Oh yes, but Bob and Jill, they've actually been on our boat and been for a bit of a cruise, and Jill's not been well, but she's getting better now because Bob's looking after her at last.
Yes. Let's see here. Fritz de Mark from Leiden, Holland. And,
Whoa,
and
that's Leiden, by the way, Leiden.
okay, I'm just a stupid Englishman.
No, you're not English. Why were you English?
He just hasn't spent much time in the Low Countries.
Let's see. Adrian Watts from Burton Latimer in Northamptonshire as well.
No.
So basically all over the place. So we thank you for
Oh
coming.
yeah, we've even got Flawn Williams, who is I believe he's still in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
And he's a person you should be sucking up to because he's got the ear of NPR. I got to tell you.
Oh well, just
You
offline.
guys are gonna have to get on with something because we have a neighbor coming around. We have a boat. We have a boat next door here.
I'll just get him to go down.
God, boy, it's just like our show. It's like you never know. You really do never know. However, we're going to do the one of the things that folks that haven't been with us before, we do something called the. Oh, hang on. I'm not on screen, am I? That's right.
No.
So yeah, hang on.
I mean, I know he's good looking, but
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so our usual technical excellence. So now we are going to have the folky inquisition.
yes, and
There we go.
these the two questions this time are courtesy of our esteemed guest, because I've been running out of steam on my own. And these two questions are, for me, difficult but possible, researchable, and I mean I've heard the answer sing, whatever that is. Anyway, okay. Folky Inquisition question numero uno. Of what seminal folk group was Peter Bellamy a member?
Okay. Oh, and by the way, it should be mentioned that that any descendants, pets, cats, dogs, and relatives of anybody on Zoom are not eligible for the prize.
That's the
Yeah.
three.
Well, a prize? You say there's a prize?
Prize. We will actually be sending out prizes. However, if it's an international prize, it'll probably come in terms of a download because really.
Well, okay, in that case, I will offer a prize for any of the questions I put. We've just recently sold our last but one songbook, but we're shortly going to have an ebook, and I will the first person to answer that question correctly maybe even the first person to answer it incorrectly, I will ensure that they get one of the hot off the digital presses, worth the singing songbook. There you go.
Ooh.
You've caught me in my cups here. You see.
I see. Okay. I will give the question one more time in my slow announcer's voice. Of what seminal folk group was Peter Bellamy a member? I remember learning songs from them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so it's us now. So
It's
us
us
now. So let's do what we're gonna do. You want to introduce this, Dan?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a medley of two songs. Speaking of a time in British industrial history, before there were such things as unions, when the workers were pretty much at the mercy of any possible kindness from the owning classes.
Yeah.
And
I've got to break in here. With the current Tory government in the UK, that time is coming again quickly.
That's why we're doing this
That's
song.
why we're doing this song.
It's a warning. Actually, two songs. But apparently in the area around Birmingham and the Midlands, there was quite a bit of foment when the price of grain went way up, and folks were not eating well.
CNG. Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so there was a sort of a hunger march, and that eventually turned into somewhat of a riot, and the troops came and started shooting, and Lord Dudley Ward, who owned, I believe, a large number of the collieries, but was also a colonel or something like that in the territorial forces, called off the soldiers and kind of made a deal with the rioters, and you might say that's the first beginnings of bargaining in labor.
Yeah. And to G. Ready?
1, 2. The
Summer was over, the season unkind. In harvest the snow, how uncommon to find. The times were oppressive, and well be it known that hunger with strongest defences break down. 'Twas then from their cells the black gentry stepped out, with bludgeons determined to stir up a rout. The prince of the party who rebelled from home was a terrible fellow and called Irish Tom. He brandished his bludgeon with dexterous skill, and close to his elbow was placed Barney Will. There instantly followed a numerous train, as cheerful as bold Robin Hood's merry men, sworn to remedy a capital foe, bring down the exorbitant price of the malt. From Dudley to Walshire they tripped along, and Hampton was truly alarmed at the throng. Women and children, wherever they go, shouting out, "Oh, the brave Dudley boys all!" With nailers and spinners the cavalcade joined, the markets to lower their fluttering design. 6 days out of 7 poor nailing boys get little else at their meals but potatoes to eat. For bread hard they labour, good things never carve, and swore 'twere as well to be hanged as to starve. Such are the feelings in every land, nothing necessity's call can withstand, and riots are certain to sadden a year, when sixpenny loaves are 3 pounders appear.
In the days of good Queen Bess,
Ya boys, oh!
In the days of good Queen Bess,
Ya boys, oh!
In the days of good Queen Bess, Coventry outdone the rest.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys!
But in the times as be,
Ya boys, oh!
but in the times as be,
Ya boys, oh.
but in the times as be, way out on Coventry.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
Times they was mighty queer,
Ya boys, oh.
Times they was mighty queer,
Ya boys, oh.
Times they was mighty queer, victual it was very dear.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
So for to make corn cheap,
Ya boys, oh.
So for to make corn cheap,
Ya boys, oh.
So for to make corn cheap, we burned it all in a heap.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
Tipton lads, they did us join.
Ya boys, oh.
Tipton lads, they did us join.
Ya boys, oh.
Tipton lads, they did us join, and we formed a strong combine.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
We marched into town.
Ya boys, oh.
We marched into town.
Ya boys, oh.
We marched into town, prepared to tear the housing down.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
But the work was scarce begun.
Ya boys, oh.
But the work was scarce begun.
Ya boys, oh.
But the work was scarce begun. Soldiers came and spoiled our fun.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
We all run down our pits.
Ya boys, oh.
We all run down our pits.
Ya boys, oh.
We all run down our pits. Written most out of our wits.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
God bless Lord Dudley Ward.
Ya boys, oh.
God bless Lord Dudley Ward.
Ya boys, oh.
God bless Lord Dudley Ward. Ain't noticed time's been odd.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys.
He called back the soldier men.
Ya boys, oh.
He called back the soldier men.
Ya boys, oh.
He called back the soldier men, and we'll never riot again.
Ya boys, oh, the brave Dudley boys. There we go. R.
Arg.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have to go get a guitar.
Oh, you go get a guitar?
Yeah, and then you have to go get something too, I think.
Okay, my CC. No, it's actually two from Tom.
The whistle.
No. We're doing it now or we're doing it later? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got it.
Be prepared.
Well, it's not on the schedule. That's why.
As to like you march along.
This is getting too slick, guys. Just too slick.
No. Slick is not our middle name. Not by any.
Wait till I hit him with the neck of my guitar.
This is Dan just mentioned that we're going to do this. This song, y'all know, but more importantly, I remember Tom.
The guy who wrote it.
Well, no, we're talking this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I remember, Tom, you sent an email or sent a copy of an interview from a Canadian radio station, and they were talking to you, and you had said, and they were talking, and they said they really liked your version of Great Fun Line, to which you said, really no, the correct version is what you really need to do, and that, of course, is what's her name? Them.
Silly Sisters.
Silly Sisters, thank you, yes.
Matty Pryor and June Tabor.
To which they played the Silly Sisters version, because you're right, there is basically no better version of this, and we're still going to try to do it anyway, so.
Don't mind the rain or the rolling sea. The weary night never worries me. But the hardest time in the sailor's day is to watch the sun as it dies away.
It's one more day on the Great Funnel Line.
The
Finest ship that sails the sea is still a prison for the likes of me.
But give me wings
like Noah's dove. I'd fly up harbor to the one I love. It's one more day on the gray funnel line.
And every time I gaze at the screws,
I wish I had St. Peter's shoes. And I'd walk on down that silvery lane and take my love in my arms again. It's one more day on the gray funnel line.
oh Lord, if dreams were only real, I'd have my hand on that wooden wheel, and with all my heart I'd turn her round and tell the boys that we're homeward bound. It's one more day on the gray funnel line.
I'd pass the time like some machine until blue water turns to green, and I dance on down that walk ashore and sail the gray funnel line no more, and sail the gray funnel line no more. Boy, I love that song. Yeah.
That's the first time we've done that with guitar instead of dulcimer.
Yeah, okay. I kind of prefer it, actually.
Yeah.
So, Tom, you're up.
Did we have yeah, we did already
Yep.
do
And a quick genuflect in the direction of Cyril Tony for the song, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a Cyril Tony song. So, Tom, you want to grace us with some more songs?
Absolutely. Let me get
Enough about us. Need to be more Tom.
Well, this is a song actually that's there's a guy up the pub, Noel, up in Clancy's. He sings this song, but he sings the sort of generalized version, which is the later version of New York Girls, where they dance the polka. But I'm indebted to this version of the song, for this version of the song, to Jill King of Vancouver, and she did the research for this song and put it together, and it's the older version. Away you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. Shanghai in San Francisco, we fetched up in Bombay. They set us afloat in a leasehold boat that steered like a bale of hay. Away, Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. We know the track to Auckland, the light at the Kinsale Head. We crept close hold while the leadsman bowled the depths of Away you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. We panted in the tropic while the pitch boiled up on deck. We've saved our hides, little else besides from an ice-cold North Sea wreck. We know the quays of Glasgow, the boom alone is oars. We've had our grub from the salt horse tub condemned by the Navy stores. Away you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. We've drunk our rum in Portland, thrashed through the Bering Strait. We've towed the mark on the Yankee bark with a hard case down East Mate. We know the streets of Santos, the river at Saigon. We shared a glass with a Chinese lass on a houseboat in Canton. Away you Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. Sing time, no. They'll pay us off in Liverpool, then after a spell ashore, again we'll ship on a southern trip in a week or barely more. So goodbye Sal and Lucy, it's time we were afloat, with a straw stuffed bed, an aching head, a knife and an oilskin coat. Away Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, love us for our money. Sing time for us to leave her, sing bound for the Rio Grande. As the tug turns back, we'll follow her track for a last long look at land. As the purple disappears, only the blue is seen. Commend our bones to Davy Jones, our souls to Fiddler's Green. Away Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. Yes, away Shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. And of course, although that was used to be a shanty, the sailors did not work at that speed. I'm absolutely confident of saying that. But it was one that I used last night to introduce a really a sort of sea shanty virginal audience. Had to sort of teach them about sea shanties, and I used this one to really get them singing, and they did. It was a very intimate little theatre in the Dock Arts Centre in Carrick-on-Shannon. I thought because it was down near the river, it was the dock as in the docks. But in actual fact, because it's the old courthouse that it's in, it's the dock as in where the prisoner stands. But that's okay because the bar was in the jury room. But so I got him singing on this one, and if anybody can join in, I won't be able to hear you, but I'll hear you deep inside my head. And this one's available on YouTube and on Bandcamp if you want to make a donation to a good cause. On a ship under sail in a breeze or a gale, there was hard work for sailors to do. So they shouted and bawled as they heaved and they hauled, sometimes only 6 hands in the crew. For the sailors had songs just to help work along at capstan and windlass and line. Whether hoisting the mainyard or hauling the halyard, the shanty man kept them in time. But this is a shanty for singing, and your voice get the rafters a ringing. You all know what to do, harmonise with your crew. This is a shanty for singing. There are hymns in the kirk, there are shanties for work, songs for each rhyme and each reason. There are love songs entrancing and pop songs for dancing and carols when they are in season. With the sun on your neck or green water on deck, there was always a job to be done. But down in the pub with fine ale and good grub, the singing is part of the fun. For this is a shanty for singing, and your voice get the rafters a ringing. You all know what to do, harmonise with your crew. This is a shanty for singing. Sing a shanty for pumps when you're down in the dumps. Short drag when you've not got much time. A stamp and go serves if you're just a bit nervous. A 4-bit doesn't need to rhyme.
Or scan.
When the room starts to sway or you're drifting away, you surely have too much drink taken. When the girl of your fancy says her name is Nancy, she'll probably leave you forsaken. But this is a shanty for singing, and your voice kept the rafters a ringing. You all know what to do, harmonise with your crew. This is a shanty for singing. There's no man and no maid who should e'er be afraid of singing at toil or at leisure. For at work or at play every sailor will say, singing is always a pleasure. At the bar of a capstan or bar of a pub, raise your voice, let the melody fly. Every girl, every boy, don't be shy, don't be coy, whenever the chorus comes by. For this is a shanty for singing, and your voice get the rafters a ringing. You all know what to do, harmonise with your crew. This is a shanty for singing. There you go, a shanty for singing.
We were singing.
Actually, so far we have not gotten an answer. It's like, really? Come on.
Let's
What?
see. What songs did I learn from this band? Biker Hill, I believe. I learned from them.
Yeah. Okay.
What else?
Pleasant and delightful.
Yes. Important. I got mine. I got mine from Spinner, so that was it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, some of us, not me, but some of us got it from the Copper family. But
yeah,
I got it from the McPeak family of Belfast. There you go. But that's not what we're asking. Come on, folks out there in Folkland. This is in what seminal folk group did Peter Bellamy sing? Actually, I think he played as well. He played the concertina.
Hang on, I gotta move my.
Yes, let's get back in the picture here.
Chris has got a copy of Shanty.
My copy of
Songs
singing. I got this from you actually at Port Townsend Wooden Boat Festival.
Mine's at home.
Oh right, yes.
Which I am actually now doing sound for. Just took it over last year.
Hey,
so hopefully you'll get back.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I hope that means that the Whateverly brothers get a steady gig there annually.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
We already did, actually.
Well, we did since Matthew started doing it, but yeah. All right, so typically
and actually
Matthew will be playing, and we'll have him on as a guest as well. Well, that'll be fun. Wonderful. In fact, Tom, if you remember, last time you were there, you actually sang behind us. You sang with us.
I did, yes.
Yes. You and I shared a mic.
Yes.
I know. I was behind you. I was trying to catch up, but
Oh, right.
No,
Come
you
on.
were right there.
It was your song.
It was your song. But then you stayed up for Louie and you danced.
Oh
with
God,
us.
that's right. So Tom Lewis dancing to Louie was hilarious.
Somewhere in our archives is a picture.
It was only hilarious for the audience, not for Tom Lewis.
Tom and Matthew and me doing.
No, it was hilarious for Tom Lewis. It's embarrassing for the audience.
No, you were actually in pretty good form.
You were in good form, but that
we'll have to find that picture. I think it's in the defunct website.
Okay, I'll go looking for it.
Before you take over for some songs, I have to point out here that I do suffer for my art, and all you folks out there in Zoom land or whatever it is, you have to realize that I suffer for this because I got to show you here. Red top boots while I'm doing the gig. I never do a gig without them, all right?
Right? Yeah. That was, and actually, that was the last time you moved back to the UK. Just right after that. So that was
about 8 months after that. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So next up, normally we do a video of us doing something cavorting somewhere, and we're going to do this one. This particular video was done for the Tumbleweed Music Festival, and for one of the virtual ones we did, and we decided that typically we had 100 entries of videos, and we decided that, well, because it's maritime, why don't we do this from the water? So we did. This happens to be Bitter Lake, not far from where Dan lives.
Like one house away.
One house away, basically.
Aboard my vessel, the Sally G.
The Sally G. So yes, and so if you could, and we'll here we go.
Hey guys, should I be seeing anything here? Should I be hearing anything?
Hi there.
Hello.
We're the Whateverly Brothers, and
Yes.
instead of being lost at sea, we're found on a pond,
Bitter Pond.
Bitter Pond,
Yes.
better known as Bitter Lake in North Seattle.
Uh-huh.
And we're sitting aboard the lovely ship, the Sally G, and her namesake is our cinematographer. Hi, Sally.
Hey, Sally.
Thank you.
Hey,
So, floating around here, we thought this would be the perfect place to do a sea shanty.
why not?
Why not?
Yes.
Okay. My good old captain said to me,
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
well, plunder to a high degree.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down, oh, your pinks and posies. Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
On eastern seas we're bound to sail.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
For sunken ships will tell no tale.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down, oh, your pinks and posies. Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
Around Japan we've got to go.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
For that is where the hot winds blow.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down, oh, your pinks and posies. Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
Let's corral you may, but go you must.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
Around Cape Stiff in the icy blast.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down, oh, your pinks and posies. Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
My boats and clothes are all in pawn.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
And it's mighty drafty round Cape Horn.
Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down, oh, your pinks and posies. Go down, ye blood-red roses. Go down.
And German lands will dance around. Go down, ye blood red roses. Go down. Well, drive the roses underground. Go down, ye blood red roses. Go down, oh, your pinks and posies. Go down, ye blood red roses. Go down.
Okay, now we pissed off all the neighbors
Yeah.
and the whole.
You caught some ponds? Tried to match you in this whole floating world business here.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I had to reshare it. That was why. So, all right. It should be mentioned that for what it's worth, we did not lip sync that. That was actually done live that way. So I'm kind of pleased with that audio.
Yeah.
All right.
And I suspect the song is one that you learned from the group that Peter Bellamy was in.
Ah.
Actually, no. I learned it off of a Richard and Mimi Farina album, the third one that came out after he died, called Memories.
They brought out 3 after he died. Lynn, I hope you got a lot of stuff there.
But we did get a winner on that one, right?
Got a winner, actually.
Yes, Lydia Connor.
Lydia has won. So,
And our local mailing department can take care of her.
yes, exactly.
And you will send me her mailing address, won't you?
Yep.
And I will correspond with her and send her probably the very first copy of the electronic edition of Worth the Singing. If she doesn't want that, I'll just I'll send her a signed photograph.
So you know, Tom, I just noticed there's actually a CD in the back. I never actually noticed it.
Better than the floppy disks they used to put in books. Yeah.
Our marketing leaves a little bit to be desired.
Actually, no. I know where I bought that. It was at the at the Tall Ships in Tacoma. That's where it was.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I bought it. Yeah, I remember now. Anyway,
All right.
okay, what do we do next? Anyway,
Actually, the next question.
the next question. Well, let's do
Yeah.
another question.
And this one,
Did you actually give the answer?
I'm sorry.
We're so
The
good.
young tradition.
The
You
young.
just can't get the staff these days.
Yeah, I'll speak to yours if you speak to mine.
Okay.
They
Yes,
don't care.
All right. Yes, indeed. The young tradition. I learned several songs off directly or indirectly from them. And the second question. You have the picture?
Yeah, I just did. I put it up. I'll
You
do.
did?
I'll do it again.
Do it again.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
All right. And this one, I looked up on the internet to find the answer and was able to find it and was just pleased to find out that I knew who that person was because I recorded one of his songs. All right. So the next question is, who plays the part of the musician in television's Sharp's Rifles? Okay, is that series still on, or
No, it's long gone.
Long gone. But
Hey, wait a minute. Come on. There are 147 different channels on television. It's on somewhere.
Oh, you're probably right. But I remember I loved that show. That was great.
But we should give out some clues about this.
one
It might be able to- I've got a great clue.
But
For those who were listening to the musical preamble, there was a song by this person. For those of you who were listening to the musical preamble, there was a song authored, composed by this person.
and one of his songs is on my long playing short selling CD,
Which he's still selling.
which I'm still selling.
Mm-hmm.
And so those of you who have that, you could look that up.
I'm noticing as I'm looking at the comments here, somebody said Barbara Shapiro also got this, I think, as well. Which
I would not be surprised. Barbara's a very smart lady.
would we be able to do 2? Is that at all possible?
Oh, we could do 2.
Cool. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate
Absolutely.
that. So, Barbara, well done, both of you. Thank you very much. And
While we're shouting out, I've got a shout to Judy and Dick. Said they'd be here this evening. Hi guys, and of course some very very staunch supporters, I have to say, Melanie and Nigel. Cheers, guys. Been too long since I've seen you.
Yeah, we have a winner too, and that would be let's see who's first. I gotta look on both just to make sure.
We're trying to be precise here about timing.
Yeah.
Oh, stop! You're killing me.
I
You're
know.
killing me.
We're killing ourselves probably. Let's see here. Tark Hamilton is who got it.
Oh, Tark!
Yes.
Over on Vancouver Island.
Yeah, and then HW did after that, but Tark got there first. At least on oh no. Tark got there first. I'm looking at the comments, and that's the order with which we have to do this. So.
Hey, Tark.
The answer is John Tams.
John Tams.
Who wrote the song "Rolling Home"? That's number 11 on my CD.
And right at the start of this show, you were playing "Long Felt Want," singing "Pull Down Lads" by John Tams.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Strangely, did you? I was going to mention we will not mention the song that should not be mentioned today.
What?
You're doing a good job of not mentioning the song which should not be mentioned. I wonder what the hell it is.
Yeah. Think about it. It was something that you and I might have done together.
You and I, or you?
No, as in Tom and I. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is
A long time ago.
Was it your first recording project for me?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. We don't have time for that tonight.
Oh God, no! No.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. Anyway.
That one.
So, what are we doing next, anyway?
I think a toast.
A toast. Okay, please. Yes.
What
are we toasting to? First of all, I think to all of the folks that are out there in all over the world, quite literally, to hanging out with us in little old Edmonds, Washington, and not because of us, but because of Tom, and it's a real pleasure to have you here. So yeah, thanks. Yep.
Well said.
Right. So now, looking at the order. Oh, that would be us.
We're going to announce the Zoom after party.
Yes. Okay. So, in fact, there's people lining up already. But once we are done with the show,
around 2:30.
Around 2:30 or so.
9:30.
I will.
That's another 4.5 hours. I'm not staying that long.
Yeah, no, our time. And we'll basically we will what I'll do is I'll post the links in YouTube and Facebook, and you're more than welcome to come and hang out with Tom for a little bit within Zoom. And
us if you want to talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just go away and you can talk to Tom, but all right, we'll do a couple more, and then Tom will do a bunch. Okay, let's what are we doing next?
Bunch. Oh, ready for a bunch.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
we're doing a Tom Lewis song.
We're doing a Tom Lewis song. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Don't forget the royalties, guys.
Right. Yes. Okay. I'll send you a couple cents. There we go. This dirty town has been my home since last time I was sailing, but I'll not stay another day. I'd sooner be a whaling, except that we really just use cameras now. That's all we use, and we take pictures of the whales. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Paid off me score and then ashore, me money soon was flying, with Judy Lee upon my knee and in my ear a lion. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beaks as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. With me newfound friends, me money spends, and just as fast as a winkin'. And when I make to clear the slate, the landlord says, keep drinking. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. With me money gone and me clothes in pawn, and Judy's set for leaving, 6 months pay gone in, blimey, 3 days, and Judy is not grieving. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. When the crimp comes round, well, I'll take his pound, and his hand I'll be shaking. Tomorrow morn sail for the Horn, just as dawn is breaking. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. And for one last trip from port I'll ship, and when I'm back I'm swearing I'll settle down in my hometown and go no more seafaring.
Until the next time.
Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. All right. We had the audacity to do one of Tom's. All right.
Well, I see you are channeling. I see you are channeling your British heritage there. That
Very
sounded
much
like
so.
a Cockney
Yeah.
singing that. Really
yeah,
good.
Gotta be. Yeah. Oh, most certainly. Yes. It's funny. I only spent maybe 6 or 7 years up in County Durham, in the Lake District area, but that accent has stayed with me my whole life. You know that, and then a Southern accent, and basically just it's a bastardized version of something. So
Then there's the Washington accent.
the Washington accent. Yeah. Right. Finally, this is our last one. We will do.
This is a song by Gene Ritchie called Now is the Cool of the Day.
Yeah.
My Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so fair? You may live in this garden if you keep the grasses green. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so pure? You may live in this garden if you keep the waters clean. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my pastures so green? You may live in this garden if you will feed my lambs. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so free? You may live in this garden if you keep the people free. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day.
All right. Lovely. All right. Well,
you know, there's a whole irony there. There irony piled upon irony. It's this earth is the garden, and the cool of the day. Britain has hit, these islands here have hit their highest temperatures ever recorded, and
I've heard that.
Not much of the cool of the day here.
No cool of the day there, that's for sure.
Well, I've got to say I'm going to go all Irish here. If I stop waffling on and talking, can I slip in 3 songs here?
Please, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. You've got plenty of time.
Ireland is gonna be the last best place to be. It will still have water and green grass when everybody else is burning up.
Well,
but
Seattle.
I'm gonna
Seattle.
We have
nearly
kind of the same climate.
Yeah, about 45 years ago, we were visited for a week by Kieran Halpin and Tom McConville, who were touring as a duo at the time, and Kieran and Tom have remained faithful friends all over that time. Kieran left us last year, and there's still a lot of him on YouTube. I would advise anybody to go and catch Kieran Halpin's repertoire, extensive repertoire. He lived for the last decades of his life with his family in Germany, but this song appeals to me because it mentions 1953, which was just the year after, or maybe the same year, that my mother took my sister and I across the Irish Sea to live in Gloucester. 53 and the factory's closing. There's not enough work to go round. Me brother, he stuck to the farming. I headed out for London town. South Camden and I'm in me lodging. The room is both dirty and small, but the landlady's simple and friendly. It makes up for the damp on the wall. Makes up for the damp on the wall. 7:30 a.m. in the morning, myself and the lads on the road. The noise of the dozers is deafening, and the work is a sight to behold. And the sub is a gift sent from heaven. It'll bide me until I get paid. It'll pay for the rent and the drinking, and leave me a bit for to save. And leave me a bit for to save. Well, now I've worked for Lang and for Wimpy. I've been sent from Billy to Jack. I've worked till there's nothing left in me, and I've worked till they've broken me back. Come payday, I'm out on the banter. There's not a lot else for to do. I sent a few bob to me parents, so the rest is for me and for you. The rest is for me and for you. Come Christmas, I'm standing in Euston, me brown leather suitcase in hand, and the 9:30 waiting to take me back over to Sweetness Man. And it's out beyond Watford and Rugby, by Chester I've had me 8th beer, past Bangor and the cold straits of Menai, and finally Holyhead Pier, and finally Holyhead Pier. You would think the whole country of Erin was waiting to get on the boat. There was accents from Antrim to Kerry, from Westmeath to the high hill of Holt, and in no time we're into Dunleary, and the dawn rising clear in the sky. I'm on the last leg of me journey. Say hello to the fair Erin's Isle. Hello to the fair Erin's Isle. Well, there's much jubilation and laughter. It's true, there's no place like home, with all of me friends and relations, but it's too soon I have to be gone, for there's not enough work in this country. No, there's not enough land to go round, so thousands of others just like me are heading out for London town. We're heading out for London town. So that song called Trip Through Holyhead was on Tom and Kieran's album Fabulous, our Lynn and I's all-time favourite album, Port of Call. And Kieran also wrote a nice song with a nautical connection, and so I'd like to do that one. And it's about the relationship between an old retired sailor and what must be. I like to put this in Amsterdam because they were early on in providing carers for people with disabilities and older people. And this one is called
Port of Call.
Port of Call. This is what they named the album after. You spent your life in service, you've apprenticed long enough, and you learned to love the ocean, both becalmed and deathly rough. Now you wait in patient solitude for some long abandoned ship to call you up for duty, and one more longed for trip. Still Henry comes to see you, to wipe away your tears, with his love of country music and half a dozen beers. He takes you from your lonely room, he takes you on the town, says if you can't forget the ocean, there's danger you might drown. No 60-year-old sailor is wanted on the sea. No 40 years of sailing will get them to agree. No 20 years of reasoning will ever make them see that no amount of money can ever set you free. Still Henry's young and happy, he can only do so much, and you realize he loses you when you start losing touch. In this dirty, smoky barroom, you stare blindly at your past, and you see the ghost of every coast appearing in your glass. And you did your bit for Europe, for your king and your country, but they soon forgot your sacrifice in the wake of victory. Now these empty bottles ask you, was it peace or was it war? Was it love or just frustration that brought you down so far? No 60-year-old sailor is wanted on the sea. No 40 years of sailing will get them to agree. No 20 years of reasoning will ever make them see that no amount of money can ever set you free. And all these years of waiting, will they be worth it after all? Because there's only one more voyage, just one more port of call. Kieran Halpin.
Oh, my
R.I.P..
goodness. That's gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, I'm lucky enough to know a lot of good musicians and songwriters.
Yeah, wow.
So gotta have a shout out to Marjorie and Janice and Vic and Vicky.
Yeah, and also
All of you who are joining us here. And this was a request from Sally. I don't know if that's Sally over in the Fareham area, or there's hey, check out all the sea shanties. There's Sally's all over the place. but this is one that Sally requested. Please, if you can join, don't worry about lip syncing. If you're hearing me and you're singing, you're hearing us both singing at the same time, all right? Oh, well, my father often told me when I was just a lad, a sailor's life was very hard, the food was always bad. But now I've joined the Navy, I'm on board a man of war, and now I find a sailor ain't a sailor anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Well, the killick of our mess, he says to me very soft, it wasn't like this in his day when he was up aloft. Way like a bunks and sleeping bags, but what's a hummock for? Swinging from the deckhead or lying on the floor. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Well, they gave us an engine that first went up and down. Then with more technology, the engine went around. We now have steam and diesel, but what's a mainyard for? A stoker ain't a stoker with a shovel anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Then they gave us an oldest lamp, we can do it right. They gave us a radio, we signal day and night. We know our codes and ciphers, but what's a semaphore? A bunting tosser doesn't toss the bunting anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. Then they gave us a radar set to pierce the fog and gloom. So now the lookout's sitting in a tiny darkened room. Loranda's navigation, the sonar says how deep. The jimmy's 3 sheets to the wind, the skipper's fast asleep. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore. So 2 cans of beer a day, and that's your bleeding lot. Well, now he gets an extra 2 because they stopped to tot. So we'll put on our civvy clothes, find a pub ashore. A sailor's still a sailor, just like he was before. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor, ain't a sailor anymore.
Huzzah. Yes. And a couple of shout outs from Mitch all the way from New Zealand.
Woo.
Whoa!
Yes.
My Lord.
Yeah, and also, and just on the other end of the planet, Mike Freeman from Squeamish, Washington.
Oh, hi, Mike.
As he calls it.
And
So,
that was my wife Sally who made that request. So
yes,
thank you.
there
All
go.
right. Well,
It was a brilliant way to end it right off the bat.
just now that was your wife, Sally. Do you have another wife there somewhere or something?
No,
No,
only
no.
one.
No, my wife is back there, Jan, and the dog is barking, and
And all is normal, yes.
and all is normal in the Glanister household. So, it should be mentioned that both these shows will stay up forever and ever and ever. Amen. On both Facebook and YouTube, so you can go back and watch them again if you care, and if not, you can let people.
Can I go back and edit things?
No. Speaking
You
of,
don't need to.
you don't need to. I should let folks know that those who maybe don't know much about sea shanties, we had the privilege of hosting Tom from his Narrowboat.
No! Stop!
No, it wasn't Narrowboat. No, we
Oh.
were talking about Moonstone. When it was on Moonstone.
Oh yeah, I see. Sorry, previous. All right, shut up, Tom.
Previous. It's okay. No, from his Narrowboat for Northwest for Maritime
Maritime
Folknet.
Right.
Yes, and we had a whole bunch of people on Zoom, and Tom, in my opinion, gave the best and most comprehensive talk about sea shanties that I've heard and seen. Really,
and you
really,
can
really
find
great.
that at the maritimefolknet.org
Yes.
website.
Yes.
Under the title "Bullshit Baffles Brains."
There you go. Yeah, I should be mentioned, Tom. Yeah, there's one minor edit, but it's actually clear all the way through. But it was great. It was wonderfully done.
And that was a quote from British intelligence during World War II, I believe. It was, yes. They had a BBB, shorthand for that.
Yeah. It's I have just posted the Zoom links for the after party, or as my barbershop folks call it, the afterglow. So
Now, tell me something. Do I need to do anything?
no, do
be in
nothing.
that?
Just drink more beer. That's all.
Stay where I am.
We're trying to make it easy on
We're
you,
trying
Tom.
to make it easy on you. So.
Okay, fine.
And we
Because
should also
I'm
mention
afraid
that- Oh, go ahead.
the technology of all this has us baffled, does it not, Lynn? Yes, Lynn is in total agreement.
Me too.
On
we
a
still
third
do this.
glass of wine.
Yeah. Well,
We still do this. Yes.
And we still
that
do
can
this
go over
with
to
the whole. We would like to say that we will be doing this next month
Yes.
on August 23rd. We've been
Not just the
too
punishment.
scattered to find another guest, but the guest will be somebody wonderful.
Yes.
Maybe not quite as wonderful as Tom, but well, you never know.
You never know. Yeah.
But so you can start looking at our Facebook page about a week.
You mean you're having Beyonce next week?
Yeah. Right.
We're in negotiations, yes. So
Beyonce.
anyway, August 20, about a week before August 23rd, you can check in on the Whateverly Brothers Facebook page,
yeah.
and it will say something about
Yeah.
who it is.
Yes, indeed.
So
Yeah.
to those of you who like surprises, we've got one
We
for
got
you.
one. Yeah. Cool. So, final toast.
Final toast.
Yes, and we will. What will happen is that we will. I will actually put us back so that you can see us. Ha! Technology. We will be taking us. We will be going off of live as soon as we're done with this, and then we'll start opening up Zoom. So, then there we have
Okay,
it.
so raise
cool.
your glasses. Mm-hmm. O Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes. What sells bad beer to sailors?
Arg. There we go. Okay. Take care, folks. We'll see you next time, hopefully. And we are the Whateverly Brothers. That's Tom Lewis and Lynn, who is singing greatly, singing behind. And
I'm here.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
so much, guys.
yes. All right. So we're going to go off of live. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And we